We are still discovering the long-term symptoms of COVID-19, but researchers are now reporting a possible link between the virus and male fertility. Here to discuss the new study is health expert Dr. Tamara Hunter. Good evening, Dr. Hunter.
Hi, Mon.
Tell us, what did this particular study find?
Yeah, so as you pointed out, we are learning about some of the longer term effects of COVID, people complaining of brain fog, loss of concentration and fatigue. But there is some emerging evidence to suggest that the virus may impact on parameters associated with reproduction in both men and women. This small study, it's just recently published, they took 10 healthy men and 17 men who had recovered from COVID. They were men in their reproductive years and also had no history of infertility. And they actually found a significant increase in declining sperm counts in those men who had suffered from COVID-19 infection, and also a derangement in some proteins in the semen of men who had had COVID that may also be implicated in reproductive function.
As you just mentioned, it has just been published, so it should be pointed out that these are early findings in a relatively small study. Has there been other evidence of COVID affecting fertility in men and women?
Yeah, so you're absolutely right. It is a really small, very preliminary study, and we are certainly, as fertility specialists, watching this space for what more is going to come. The other point to make is that it's basic sciences, so we don't know the impact that this is going to have on fertility rates. This will be coming out in the next months and years. What is key to note, though, is that SARS-CoV-2 enters the cells in our body through these ACE receptors, or ACE2 receptors, and these receptors are found in not only the respiratory tissues but the ovaries, the uterus, also the testis, and so we do think that this potentially could have some impact on reproductive function in both men and women.
Speaking more broadly, there have been increasing reports of declining male fertility. How steady and significant has the trend been?
Yeah, so there was a big study that was published a few years ago. It was a review that looked at over 180 studies on sperm counts in men, and they suggested quite a significant decline, 52%, from 1973 through to 2011 in countries like North America, Australia, New Zealand, and also Europe. So again, we're not really sure the long-term implications, but we know that declining sperm counts can significantly impact on the ability for a couple to fall pregnant each month, and so ultimately may impact on infertility rates.
And quickly, what other factors have been found to contribute to the decline?
Yeah, so environmental factors and lifestyle choices both before birth and also in adult life. So for example, maternal smoking and exposure to chemicals during development of a baby, and also lifestyle factors for a man like obesity and exposures to chemicals and toxins affect sperm counts.
Dr. Tamara Hunter, thank you for joining us this Friday evening.
Thanks, Mon.